Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ivy Madness. First, I want to thank the media for being in attendance today, as well as your coverage throughout the Ivy League regular season. My name is Zach Starrett, the Assistant Executive Director at the Ivy League office. Right now, we're excited to be joined by the Harvard Crimson. Joining me today is head coach Carrie Moore, along with Maggie McCarthy and Mackenzie Forbes. Coach, we'll start with you with some opening comments and then take questions from the media. Media, if you have a question, please raise your hand and please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Coach, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate the coverage, sticking around for the nightcap here with us. Just on behalf of our staff, our team, and the Harvard Athletic Department, I just want to say we're thrilled to be here. I was talking to our team earlier today. This is not something that every team in our league gets to do. And this was incredibly earned and not a given opportunity. So we are thrilled to be playing in March, to be playing in this particular event. And I could not be just more proud of our team this particular year and how resilient we've been. This team has been through a lot, starting with a head coaching change. There's tremendous shifts and a lot of things that happen and come with that. And I think this group, and particularly these two, I've handled it in a great way, and I just could not be more thankful for them and just how much that this group believes in myself and the new staff. And I think we've been through a lot injury-wise as well, and we've just continued to overcome a ton of adversity to create a lot of highlights throughout this season. So we believe in each other. We believe in this group, and we're not satisfied with just getting here. So we're excited to see what can happen.
We'll open it up to questions from the media. Jen?
Jenna Hadfield with the Next. Obviously the Ivy tournament in this format is still pretty new, but you guys have the chance to win the first one in program history. And for all three of you, given the history of Harvard women's basketball and how much it's accomplished, what would it mean to you to get that first for the program?
I think it would mean a lot to us. I think we've experienced the support from, the women have come before us this year a lot. We have a strong alumni network, and I think we're all very aware of what it would mean to not just this group, but the program as a whole. So I think it would mean everything to us.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like Coach Moore said, we've been through a lot this year, and I don't think the league has seen the best of us yet. So I think we're ready to show that tomorrow and showcase that. And then the following day on Saturday, too, and bring home a championship. I think it would mean a lot to not only our Harvard women's basketball community, but all of Harvard who has supported us this whole season.
Rob Brown, Ivy Hoops Online. I guess for Mackenzie and Maggie, last year you guys pushed Princeton to the limit in the semifinal. This year you come into the tournament even stronger than last year. How do you take that experience and build so that you can make it through Saturday night and you get the automatic bid?
We can start with Mackenzie and then Maggie.
Yeah, I think definitely just building off. I know after last year, none of us were satisfied with that. And since that game on our home court, obviously we've been preparing since last spring, since Coach Moore came in to get to this point again. So I think just building on that and knowing that we have that experience with us two seniors and then the returners that we have, and just also what we've been through this year, being here just a couple weekends ago and experiencing that loss, I think we had a lot that we learned from and that we've grown from.
Like Kenzie said, I think we have a lot of returners from last year, so that experience really helps us. And also just the confidence from being here before, being on our home court. But just being able to play these teams multiple times in the Ivy League and seeing them multiple times definitely helps. We have studied them, studied their strategies, but also just focus on us and focus how we can get better. So we're prepared.
Carrie, for you, just curious about the coaching matchup a little bit here with you and Meg both having that Princeton experience, and especially with her having just won Coach of the Year. I'm curious if she's someone that maybe you've looked at as maybe a little bit of an inspiration or a model as a first-year head coach in this league.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've known Meg for a while, so I knew Meg during our time here. I was actually here, prior to Meg's arrival here, and then I left. She came in, she left, I came back. So we're just very much intertwined, throughout this our time in this business. I text her after they won the Ivy Championship, and congratulated her on what she's done at Columbia. It's remarkable. I mean, the program had not won prior to her being the head coach there, and I think anytime you have success, you got to give those people their flowers, and I think she's great. I think she's a competitor. So am I. And we're excited about the opportunity to compete against her and her team.
Hi, Coach. Isabel Rodriguez from the Daily Princetonian. I'm just curious for you as a first-year head coach. Obviously, a coaching change is really difficult to go through for the team dynamic and going through the regular season that you guys did. I'm just curious what it means for you to be here in the tournament and having the opportunity to play already in your first season.
Yeah, so a lot of questions have been asked to me throughout our season about, have you taken a second to really, just reflect on your first year and all that you've accomplished with the group, and my answer is I haven't. This season is long, it's fast, and you're being thrown into a lot of different things, day after day. And I think at some point, hopefully it's not for another 3 or 4 weeks, I can sit back and really take a breath, and really just be extremely thankful for the people that I've been able to, do this first year with. I'd tell Kathy all the time, best thing she ever gifted me was the team that I inherited as a first year head coach. I love these guys, they know that, and we've built tremendous relationships with one another, and I will remember this team and this group and all that we've accomplished forever, and I hope this weekend we can add to those memories.
I got one more for you, Carrie.
Yeah.
The bracket experts are saying this could be a two-bid Ivy League. Not going to ask you to predict anything, but just however this shakes out, do you think that 2 bids is reasonable for the Ivy League?
For sure. I mean, that stuff we used to talk about, during my time here at Princeton a while ago. Is this league is competitive, and I think anyone that comes to any games, throughout our season, will see that. With the net rankings, that the top 4 teams that are here have, the games that have been played between these top 4 teams, particularly the top 2 teams in the league, and we should be given an opportunity to represent this league in a great way, because I think especially in a year where some of the Power Fives are not as strong as maybe they have been in the past, I think competitive mid-majors can get to the NCAA tournament and really, win games. And I think we've shown that we can do that from this league.
Coach, back on Media Day, we talked about the importance of Elena Rodriguez. Certainly she's in league play, she's almost averaging a double-double. How important has she been to the success of the team overall and heading into this weekend?
Yes, I mean, she's been incredible. I think I took a lot of phone calls when I first arrived to Cambridge from just everyone like in her camp of coaches and family members and, people that have been with her throughout, her journey. And they just said, Coach, she's ready. This is what she can do. And they were sending me film. And, I think I said, hey, I'm excited to see what she can do as well. And she's going to be given every opportunity just like every other person on this team. And she's earned everything that she's done this season. She's extremely competitive. I talk to her all the time about, just how selfless she is. And that's what makes her great, in my personal opinion. She could care less how many points she scores. She could care less how many rebounds she has. She honestly would like to lead our team in assists, and that's what makes her so great. She wants to make others around her better and just do whatever it takes for our team to win. But she's such a presence for us inside. She's obviously she looks a little bit different from height-wise than some of our other players, so it's good to have somebody down there above the average height of 6 foot. And she can step out. She's versatile. She's got that international game that I personally love, and just really, really glad she's on our team.
And one last from me is looking at the Columbia games, both games, the third quarter seem to be really telling. What do you have to do to kind of like make sure that doesn't happen tomorrow? Yeah,
I think we've talked a lot about just playing 40 minutes and completing games, finishing games. And I think the one time, we've really done that is when we beat Princeton at home. And we're really fighting, to do that again. And I think I think it's possible. And it's against Columbia. It's against any team in this league. And I think honestly, we've had conversations as well about, you know, just not necessarily being at our best the 2 times that we played Columbia. And I think that's, you know, no discredit to them at all. But we know what we're capable of, and we're excited to really show that tomorrow. What's up, Mel?
Nice segue, yeah, because I was about to say, when we do the daily trackings on the front part of the season and all, and see things, sometimes you'll see records, you'll see Ivy records. Team is going to be good, may not look so hot, but the answer has always been, don't look at the record, it's about the preparation. You had a pretty solid non-conference schedule. How much of that's responsible for you being here?
Oh, it's huge. And I think that was a lot of why we scheduled the games that we did. I mean, we went to Cancun over Thanksgiving break. We didn't win a game, but it definitely prepared us for moments like this. All 3 of those teams have turned out to be really competitive this season, and we competed, you know, and I think for us, throughout our Ivy season, we've said, you know, we compete, and now we want to win games. And I think this group has been through a lot together within 40 minutes, a lot throughout the season, and, you know, just really excited to watch them, you know, continue to persevere.
Media, thank you so much for the questions. Coach Moore, Maggie, Mackenzie, thank you for the time and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Thank you.